This is Cologne, in the third winter after the war. When I first came here 2.5 years ago as the British education officer, the schools were still shut. Now they are open again, but our job of reorganizing German education is far from finished.
We live in a street where only a few houses are standing. Our old home was burnt down. I live together with my brothers and sisters and mother in 2 rooms under the roof.
In my area, there are over 82,000 people living in homes like this, in cellars under the ruins and in crowded attics.
My brother Otto and I have only 1 pair of shoes between us. He is wearing them now. He has gone to the railway to collect coal for us to burn.
The education of these children is one of our biggest problems in Germany. This boy never had any proper schooling during the war years. Now he is 14 years old. He cannot read, and he has never been taught what is right or wrong. I found that when I arrived here, over half the schools in the city were completely destroyed, and of the others, not one was undamaged. Today, some 84,000 children use these schools. They are desperately overcrowded. Several schools have to share one building, and classes have to be held in shifts. There are still many children who cannot come to school in bad weather because they have no proper clothing. 1/5 of the children in Cologne have no shoes at all.
My little brother and sister are too young to go to school, but I have to bring them with me. There is no one at home to look after them. Our father is dead and mother has to work all day in a factory. My brother Otto comes to school because he wants to learn to read.
The teachers in these schools have a difficult job. It is our aim to provide 1 school book a year for each child, but we have no hope of achieving even this on our paper ration. In this class, there is only 1 lesson book for every 5th child. Odd scraps of paper have to serve as copybooks. Most of their slates are old and broken and cannot be replaced. The teachers do their best to improvise, using chalk and their imagination, but there is even a shortage of chalk. Science is taught in all high schools and is eagerly studied. In this physics class, the teacher has to improvise, using homemade apparatus, an army mess tin, a weight from the kitchen scales, and an electric fire serve for a demonstration of the principles of heat, in a room where the master and pupils have to wear their overcoats to keep warm. School broadcasting was unknown under the Nazis. We have started a wide range of broadcasts on many subjects, including English.
Good morning, Mrs. Smith. Please come in. You are early this morning.
Well, I am just on the way to the shops to buy something for lunch and supper. And if you don't go early in the morning, there is not much left to buy later.
That is true. Meals are a problem these days. As soon as you've finished 1 meal, you must begin to think about the next meal.
I've just heard that some potatoes have arrived today. The little shop at the corner has them. You know.
Radio and the film are helping to meet the shortage of teaching materials, but they cannot replace the shortage of teachers. The average age of teachers in Cologne is 52. They belong to an older generation, not used to modern teaching methods. To meet the demand for young teachers, we started teacher training colleges with short-term emergency courses. Today, qualified teachers, like this young girl, are working in the schools. We are also producing new school books to replace the perverted lessons of the Nazis. A great deal has already been achieved by our education branch. Much remains to be done. With a staff of under 200, we have to tackle the enormous job of controlling all educational activities in the British zone. We work in close contact with the German authorities to guide German education along better lines. One part of my job is to visit regularly the schools in my area to see that our policy is being carried out. I can talk freely to teachers and pupils alike. In most places that I visit, I've usually got the respect and confidence of the Germans, so that we work well together.
Otto wants to learn so much that he stays behind when we are playing outside. But he never misses our school meal at 12 o'clock. We are always hungry.
One of the first things we did when we got here was to start a system of school feeding. This was a new idea in Germany. Today, all children between the ages of 6 and 18 get a meal of soup once a day.
This is the first food we have had today. You can imagine how much we enjoy it.
The school doctor examines the children once a month. His chief worries are malnutrition and tuberculosis. 10% of the children in this city have contracted TB. There is little that can be done for them, but to see that they do not come into contact with other children and so spread the disease.
In my school, we all look forward to the post from England. Today, the headmaster came in with lots of parcels for my class. The school in Birmingham sends us clothing and books. I had a lovely big parcel from my English friend Catherine. I was very happy. I hope that one day we can meet and see each other.
Information centres have been opened all over the British zone. Adults and parties of students can come here to read the latest English books. They read English newspapers and magazines, attend lectures and discussion groups in English to further their understanding of England. Many young people come to the information centres to study seriously or to criticize the latest English fashions. These are ex-prisoners of war who have come back to school to make up for the lost war years. This man fought at Stalingrad. He was a POW in Canada, in North Africa, in Norway. Between them, they've seen quite a lot of the world, and they can be a valuable influence in Germany. Now they are studying so that they can become teachers. This is the younger generation of Germany. The future of their country lies with them, and that is why our job as education officers is so important.
Today was the last day of term. In a week it will be Christmas. We all had our presents today. There are no toys in our shop, so we made them ourselves.
And as the morning shift leaves the school, the afternoon shift comes in. Never before has the school been so important. In these ruined cities, it is often the only barrier between these children and a life of complete barbarism. Today, in Cologne, and in the other cities of Germany, the children are working with their teachers to rebuild their schools. Building material is scarce, but much can be salvaged from the ruins around them. Never before has there been such a desire for education as in Germany today. These children are repairing their schools so as to be able to build up their own lives again. They must clear away the rubbish that Hitler left behind, so that their schools can be a free and solid foundation for the future. We are here to see that this is done.